you got a better chance of winning if I shoot it.
What's your coach want to go?
Me and my coach got the best relationship ever. So, I mean, he be right most of the time. Well, 98% of the time, he be right. Like, he told me to pass the ball tonight, and I should have passed it, but I shot it instead, and it went in. So, the basketball guys was on my side tonight.
The thing, when I looked at all of that, and I said, I can't wait for these guys to weigh in about the player-coach kind of relationship here. Like Mike Conley says, look, Finchy and Ant-Man go at it every day. It's just when you think they're going to swing, and then they hug it out at the end of the day. Get into that a little bit. And Shaq, I mean, have you gone head to head with coaches, and how does it turn out?
It's one word that must play a factor. It's respect. They come respectfully. We come respectfully. It doesn't matter what's said as long as the job gets done. I've seen that before. I've been involved with that, but I like playing with a guy like that. Kobe was like that. D-Wade was like that. Penny Hardaway was like that. You need that guy that says, hey, man, I'm taking the last shot. I don't care what nobody says. But again, as long as it's respectfully, it doesn't matter. It only got out of hand one time. I was disrespectful.
Oh, I'm all ears.
I was disrespectful one time, and the next day I woke up in Phoenix. So, but other than that, me and Phil Jackson, we went at it respectfully, and, at the end of the day, we hugged because, we all want the same thing. We want to get to that next level and win this championship. So, to sit here and say that never happens, I've never seen it not happen. I've seen, Chris Jackson, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, go at Dale Brown. Me and Dale Brown had a couple altercations. Me and my good friend Brian Hill had a couple altercations. But
is this one-on-one, or is this in front of a team, or is this in a huddle, and how high volume is it?
One-on-one most of the time, but a lot of time it's in front of the huddle. So, but again, if things are said, you don't want to go too disrespectful if it's in front of the team. But I've had meetings with me and Phil, and he'd say some things, I'd say some things, and then at the end of the day, we're on the same page. So, a lot of people are going to look at this and say, oh, you should blah, 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 and do this and do that. But unless you're in that situation, you don't really know what goes on and what it takes to get to that next level. But again, it has to be respectful, because once you start going disrespectful, then you lose the team.
Chuckster, Jimmy Lynam, Paul Westphal, Rudy Tomjanovich, got any stories?
Yeah, I think Anthony has to be careful, because when you talk about the greatest players ever, we're talking about San Antonio. Coach Popovich, you talk to the players of Spurs, like, he got on everybody's case, especially the great players, because Anthony's a great player. But if Anthony's not going to listen to the coach, he kind of handicaps the coach, because the other players are watching. Like, you let Anthony do stuff, you can't talk to me. I did the same thing Anthony did. That's the danger Anthony has to, because the coach is trying to win. First of all, that worked. That doesn't mean it was a good shot just because it worked.
It was a tough one.
Yeah,
but
but he's trying to shoot over two guys. He probably should have passed the ball. LeBron always talks about, I want to make the right basketball play. But the problem what Anthony has to be careful of, and this is the dangerous part, Ernie. Like, Ernie, let's say me, Shaq, and Jalen. You're the leader of our show. If Shaq do something and you let him get away with it, and me and Jalen do it, and you yell at us, we ain't gonna respect you. And the players are watching. That's the only problem with that situation. Like I say, Anthony's a hell of a player. But
what's your personal experience with it in your career?
As a coach, I understand what I did was wrong, but I understand it. Because Billy Cunningham's the best coach I ever played for. And like, that goes back to my point. Like, you can't yell at other guys, because players all do the same thing. Other guys take bad shots too. But if I let Anthony take bad shots, I'm not saying that whatever, but I'm saying if Anthony take bad shots and I don't say something to him, if Jalen take a shot, and Jalen's in his feelings too, like, Anthony took the same shot last game, you didn't say nothing to him.
Yeah.
I feel like what can't get lost is the responsibility of a great player. Like, these guys are Hall of Famers and two of the best that ever done it. But one of the greatest things you guys actually did was make people around you better. What Michael Jordan did for the modern era make people now believe the only way to show your killer instinct is to make the game-winning shot. And there are a lot of big-time plays that happen throughout the game that determine who wins or loses. And that was a low percentage shot he just took. And if that was game 7 of a playoff game and he would have missed that, he would have got criticized. And the other thing, I was never good enough to be in position like a Shaq to yell at a player, because I would have got traded like you got traded when you did it. But I don't like to see those displays publicly because of what Chuck said. It shows a level of disrespect. Our families are watching, the audience is watching, the media is watching, and the other 14 guys are watching. And you just can't allow that to continue to be a trend, especially from your
Chuck, question. If you're the guy, aren't you allowed to take those shots if you're the guy?
But that's only a good shot because it worked. That's a bad shot. So Jimmy Johnson and Tony Dungy always talked about, I treat everybody fair. Herm Edwards said the same thing. I don't treat everybody the same.
Right.
He said, I treat everybody fair, but I don't treat everybody the same. Because there was a line, Jimmy Johnson one time, a kid fell asleep in a meeting, and Jimmy Jackson cut him. He said, I cut him because he fell asleep in the meeting. He said, what if it had been Troy, Emmett, or Mike Irvin? He said, I'd have woke them up. Because Shaq and Jalen, all players, stars get treated differently.
Yeah.
But a coach's responsibility is to treat everybody fair, but we don't treat everybody the same. Anybody who said we treat everybody the same, they're full of it.
Yeah.
There's a double standard.
Minnesota and Denver later today, identical records of 37 and 23. Denver does hold the
Make me take you on that Maury Povich show. Find out if you are the father.
All time there were 29. There are 28 active right now. No active Chucks or Shaqs or Ernies.
Well, anybody name their kid Ernie, that's just bad.
Well, no, I don't think so. Hey, Ernie Grunfeld, Ernie Gregorio.
That's 3.
Jalen, you be in them streets, don't you, my boy?
Say what?
Nothing.
Rest in peace to my mom, Jeannie Cassandra Rose. She created the name.
Yep, there you go.
Has a
28 Jalen's, that's crazy.
Love. That's
there used to be a lot of Shaqs.
I love the stuff that Jalen's doing in the community and stuff like that. But I told Jalen, we getting ready to start doing March Madness. His team, as NBA players, we don't have a lot of time to watch college basketball. The Fab Five was the first time we really started watching college basketball. It was pretty special what they did the couple of years they were at Michigan.
The first time, really?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Well, you don't watch basketball now. I know you didn't watch when you played in the NBA.
I'm not talking about that. You talking about the Fab Five was the first time people started watching college basketball? Stop it.
For real?
He did.
Stop it. No, you did.
Well, Magic and Bird.
And Shaq, Chris, and Stanley.
We didn't watch y'all.
Oh, stop it. Ernie did. That's why he came to see me. Ain't that right, Ernie?
That's exactly right.
That's right, boy. 1989.
Well, nobody watching LSU when you were there.
The hell up.
Did you make it to the Final Four?
Thanks, Ernie.
You and me and Saul.
Wait, did y'all make March Madness?
Thanks, Ernie. Ernie came to my house.
Did you watch
supposed to play them?
Did he come to Leeds, Alabama with them damn chuck wagons and them horses? No.
We got a Buc-ee's now.
Antonio.
We got a Buc-ee's in Leeds.
Thank you.